Oh wait, in Islam, your kids can rebel against you, and that's okay?
It's human nature.
Hold up, y'all saying two different things. Can your kids, are your kids allowed to rebel against you in Islam? No. Okay then. Oh, she disagrees. Y'all got something to talk about, right? I wish y'all know that. Y'all are a couple. If y'all a couple, y'all need to have a conversation about that, right?
So y'all gave me something today. I have to work on me. But I'm not lost anymore.
We came from roaches on the floor, a notice on the door, baking soda in the jar, but now we focus on the law. It's like soap up in a cloth, the way it's soaking and it wash. It's something like good dope, cause it's potent and it's raw.
I used to post up out the store, work stashed behind the door. Everything I had was pure, so fiends was coming back for more. The Most High opened my eyes, and then I seen that I was flawed. Now I'm addicted to these laws because they potent and they raw. I was in and out of jail, cause in the streets, yeah, I was lost. Trying to be like all the hustlers, they don't tell you it's a cause.
Shalom, 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 family. First and foremost, I have to give all praises, all glory, and all honor unto the Most High God, Yahweh. Of course, I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. It's your brother Ariella of SICARRI, and I am excited to present to you, the nation of Israel, the official Hebrew Israelite Bible. Now, this has been the culmination of 4 long years of hard work, and it is available for purchase at HIBofficialzion.com. Get yours today.
Right? How y'all doing? Y'all interested? Y'all intrigued about what y'all see? A bunch of black men up here teaching the Bible?
I'm just trying to hear what y'all trying to say.
Okay, what's your ethnic background?
I'm Muslim.
That's not an ethnic background.
Pakistani.
You Pakistani? Okay, yeah. Okay, Pakistan, right? What? Tell me a little bit about the history of Pakistan.
Sorry?
Tell me a little bit about the history of Pakistan. Are you familiar with the history of Pakistan?
I mean, India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan was
all one. Indian subcontinent, all one, right? So you descended from Elam in the Bible. Named Elam in the Bible, right? So a man named Elam in the Bible will be your ancestor, right? This message that we're bringing forth today, right? The message of the Bible that we're teaching is for the Israelites. You know who Israel is? You're a Muslim, right? Okay, cool. In the Quran, you know the Quran talks about Israel in the Quran?
Of course.
What does it say about Israel?
I mean, it's the most holy place in the world.
No, not the place, the people.
The Jews.
The Jews, what about them?
The Yahud.
The Yahud, yeah, the Yahud, the people of the book, right? What does the Quran say about those people?
The Muslims.
Let me show you. I got a Quran right in the pocket. Right? We know about that Quran. Let me show you what the Quran say about the people of the book, right? Oh, we love it. How you doing, brother? Right? Go to Surah 2. You familiar with your Quran? Let's go to Surah 2, Ayat 122. You can go on your phone if you want to. Nah, sir. Hold on, let me teach y'all about the Quran right now. Go ahead, Surah 2.
I got you. I know you got one.
This just one verse.
I just want to ask you.
Okay.
What are y'all preaching?
What are we preaching? We're teaching the truth of the Bible.
The truth of the Bible?
Yeah.
So y'all are Christians?
Yeah, we're followers of Christ, yes.
Okay.
Yes, devout followers of Christ. Right, but the difference between the Christianity that we teach, the Christians that we are, right, and the dogmatic, the worldwide, universal Christianity that the world knows about, is that we have the understanding that Christ only came for His people. That's right. Right? When you read the Bible, it talks about the children of Israel, right, and how they have went through all type of atrocities, went through all different slaveries, right, all different levels of degradation over history, right? And we find ourselves going through those same things in America and also wherever we are dispersed across the earth, right? So when you deal with that reality, Christ, the salvation that comes with Christ, is being saved out of those downtrodden situations, right, and being put above everybody else, right? Because we've been downtrodden for so long, it's going to be a reciprocation of action, and then we're going to be like, you know how I say the last shall be first and the first shall be last, right? So that's Christ insinuating that his people, because they're last now, they'll be first in the kingdom of heaven, right? And the people that are first, the people that have good lives now, right? All of these other nations of people that have done harmful things to our people will be last in the kingdom of heaven.
Right. Prophet Isa is a god, or is he a prophet?
Who?
Prophet Isa.
Jesus. You talking about Christ?
Yeah.
He's a prophet. He's the son of God, right? The son of God. You don't think he's the son of God?
We believe he's a prophet.
Huh?
We believe he's a prophet.
I mean, okay, so let me ask you a question. Are there children of God on the earth?
No.
There is no such thing as a child of God.
No.
Why not?
God's only one. He can't have any children.
He's the only one he can't have.
only one.
So if
There's
you
no
create
lineage,
something,
there's no
if you
nothing.
create something, is that not your child? Is that not a piece of you?
No, we're his slaves.
We're not an offspring.
That's not what I asked you.
Yeah.
You say that like you can't enslave your
God
own
did not
kids.
give birth.
God did not give
Hold on,
birth.
wait. So your kid, if you have a kid, they aren't obligated to do what you tell them to.
No. That's not
So
true.
your kids, so in
They can do
hold on,
whatever.
wait. In Islam, your kids can rebel against you, and that's okay.
It's human nature.
Hold on, y'all saying two different things. Are your kids allowed to rebel against you in Islam? No. Okay then. Oh, she disagrees. Y'all got something to talk about, right? I wish y'all know that. Y'all are a couple. If y'all a couple, y'all need to have a conversation about that, right? Because I don't think a kid should be allowed to just rebel against their parents, right? They don't know no better, right? The same way us as creations of God, we are His children, we are His creation. We should be rebelling against God, right? We should be submitted unto God, right? Okay, right? Read this. Let me show you what the Quran says about the children of Israel. Going back to the people of the book, right? Go ahead.
This is Surah chapter 2 verse 122.
Go ahead.
Children of Israel.
Right? It says children of Israel. I need to speak up. Children of Israel, right? Go ahead.
Children of Israel. Remember my favor which I have bestowed upon you.
So Allah says, children of Israel, remember my favor that I bestowed upon you. Right? Go ahead.
And how I preferred you.
It says what?
And how I preferred you.
Allah said, according to the Quran, Allah preferred the children of Israel
Above what? Above all other people.
Allah chose Deuteronomy 76. Let me show you. The Bible says this, right? Allah just said that He bestowed favor upon the children of Israel above all other people. Do you agree with that?
Hey, which Bible do you have?
We got the Holy Bible, King James
Which
Version.
one?
The King James Version.
There's so many though.
So
That's God's word.
there's more than one translation of the Quran too.
Quran's the
So
original.
stop. There's more than one translation of the Quran too. Wait, are there? Wait. Are there more than one? Wait.
That's not God's word.
Okay. Are there more than one translation to the Quran?
You have
Yes
the
or no?
translation.
Yes or no?
You have the
Are there?
translation.
Wait, no.
Can you read Arabic?
Are there more? It don't matter. Are there
How
more
not?
than one translation to the
Why do you have
Quran?
the Hebrew?
Is there
How
more
do
than
you
one
have the Hebrew?
translation to the Quran?
Why do you have the Hebrew?
Is there more than one translation to the Quran?
Translation makes your means easier, but I still read Arabic. Everybody still read Arabic. We read the original Quran.
You're assuming that we don't know Hebrew.
I'm not assuming.
Yes, you did.
I'm looking at the Bible.
Okay.
What you have.
Okay, and the majority of the people that we talk to speak English. That's right. So we're going to talk to them in English. It doesn't change the fact that it says what it says in Hebrew.
But
What the hell are you talking
there's
about?
so many
The
versions.
point is, your God doesn't love you, they love Israel. That's the point. Right? And the Bible says that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art a holy people.
This is God through Moses to the Israelites. He said, you are a holy people. Go ahead.
Unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen
He
thee
says, the Lord thy God has chosen you, the Israelites, go ahead.
to be a special people
Let's just like the Quran said, I have preferred you, right, above all people. Go ahead.
unto himself.
Unto himself.
Above.
What?
Above.
What did it just say?
Above all people.
Above all people.
Go
ahead.
that are upon the face of the earth.
That sounds just like what the Quran just said, man. Right?
So even in the Aramaic that he tried to go to, right? Whenever you go, right, when he tried to say that, regardless, when you go to that, the words still translate to the same thing that the Quran
Exactly, brother. Exactly. Ain't no way around it, right? Ain't no way around. What you got? Prophethood?
Yeah, I was gonna give
Surah
him
45, 16?
Yeah.
I ain't even try to go into Muhammad. Right? I thought about cutting my mind. I ain't gonna deal with that right there. Right? I just wanted to show him this God don't care about him.
And the book of the guidance. It says the book of the guidance is given to Israel.
God don't care about it. How y'all sisters doing?
I'm looking for a flyer.
You looking for a flyer? A flyer should be right there. Hey, let me show you something. You believe in the Quran?
Right.
Good. Right? I just wanted to step up and show y'all we don't believe in the Quran. We just be having to show Muslims that they don't know what they're talking about. Alright? They're just for clarity. Right? Because I know y'all seen us reading the Quran. That's not our book of choice. We believe in the Bible. Right? What you know about the Bible? You don't know nothing about the Bible? What's up, sis?
They call you out.
What's up, sis?
They talk to us.
You said you don't know nothing about the Bible? Okay, what you know about yourself? Where your people come from? Okay, where your father come from? Okay, do you not know where somewhere is? You don't know. Do you know who your father is? What did he say he came from? You're funny, right? You're funny, right? Okay, you're spiritual? No. So how do you govern your life? What do you govern your life by? Okay. How had that gotten you in life? Where got you pretty far? As far as? You are where you want to be. Emphatically. It's good to listen, right? You have no more goals.
Not really, to be honest.
How old are you? 27 with no more goals. You've accomplished all you have set for your life at the age of 27. You're impressive. You're impressive. Right? Right? Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 9.
Hold up. Hold up. I just want to know this. Right? You're saying you've accomplished everything, but don't know where you come from. So a part of your life journey isn't knowing who you are.
I have to know where I'm going. Why do I need to know where I'm coming to know where I'm going?
Why do you need to know where you come from to know where you... I didn't say anything about where you're going. I said a part of your life journey isn't about knowing who you are. That's what I asked. Who you are. It's not about where you're going, it's about who you are every second of your life. That's not going anywhere, that's being. In your element, in your state of being, in every second of life, you are somebody, right? That's not having to go somewhere. You are somebody every second of your life. A part of that life journey should be knowing who that person is, right? Okay. So you have a new goal, right? Don't have a new goal. Okay, sis. Okay, I got you. I got you. Where you from? Are you from Dallas? You grew up in Dallas?
Yep.
Okay. And did you have your father in your life? Yeah. And he did. What did he implement in you as far as like a moral compass?
What did he
implement into you? Like what did he impute into you as a moral compass?
That's a very broad subject.
Ma'am?
That's a very broad subject.
Okay. But you can choose whatever.
As far as morals?
Sure, that's right. Yeah.
Morals can encompass a lot of different things.
That's true. So give me a few. Yeah.
As far as my father is concerned?
Yeah, that's what I asked about. Right.
What if I don't agree with the morals of my father?
I didn't ask that. So you don't agree with the morals of your father?
Not all of them.
Okay, so talk to me about some of the ones you agree with.
My father believes that gay people deserve his own quality.
Okay. You don't believe it? We don't either. Right? We think that our people are here currently. Right? So we agree that the place Hades. You could. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. You don't think that there is a place where you go in heaven and you just like people is a separation of people. Give me that. Right? So the concept of we have a group of people because of what they did go to hell when they die, a group of people that go to heaven. We don't believe in that either. We believe that all energy, right, the spirit, right, once that body dies, that body goes to the ground where it came from, right? It just decays, decomposes, right? And then the spirit goes back to the original source that it came from, right? Do you agree with that? So what happens to the spirit?
You did.
You said what?
You did.
Go ahead.
This man.
You still want to go?
You want to check this out real quick? This is talking about what we was talking about. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 104, verse 29. Thou hidest thy face, they are troubled. Thou takest away thy breath, they die, and return to the dust.
Right.
Thou sendest forth the spirit, they are created.
Right.
And thou renewest the face of the earth.
Thou sendest forth their spirit. Right? That means where after somebody dies, the spirit goes up to the Father where it came from, and eventually he sends forth the spirit again. Right?
I have one more.
That's fine. No, it's okay. Why you giving it back? That's fine. I understand. Everything ain't for everybody. Right? This right here is for goal-oriented people.
Right.
Okay? This right here is for people that want to put work towards the liberation of their people. Right? And so we understand, man, you know, the sloth, right? Go give me that part 21 and 25. Right? Talk about surviving, accomplished everything. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What's y'all ethnic background? What's y'all ethnic background?
I'm African.
African, what tribe?
I'm from Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe, that's a country. What tribe?
Shona.
Ashwana.
Shona.
Shona.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you?
Latino.
Latino? Okay, what descent?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? You think your father, was he indigenous?
We guess he is, but we're not exactly sure. So
Okay. Oh, wait, is he dead? Is he dead?
He's alive.
He's alive?
Yeah.
So you don't have a conversation with him about it? Probably should, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me show you something. I'm in Job 8 and 8. Right? Let me show you something about the Bible. Right? The Shona people, tell me a little bit about the culture of the Shona people.
So we're like Southern African, and it's the more predominant tribe in Zimbabwe.
Okay. So more than likely y'all are Canaanites. I want y'all to know that, okay? Y'all come from the people of Canaan in the Bible. Hold on, read.
This is the book of Job, chapter 8, verse 8. For inquire, I pray thee.
Right, you hear this, brother? He said inquire. You know what the word inquire means?
Say that again?
You know what the word inquire means?
Vaguely.
Vaguely. Inquire means to like seek out. Right? Inquire. Go and seek to try to find out something. Right? Inquire. I pray you. He's urging you to inquire. Right? Go ahead.
Of the former age.
Of the former age. Right? Back in the day. Right? Go ahead.
And prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
To prepare yourself for the search of your fathers. Right? Why is this important? Why is Salah? You grabbed it from. Why is seeking out the house of your fathers important? Why do you think that's important?
To know where we come from?
Okay, but why is the father important to know where you come from? Give me numbers 1 and 18.
To get an idea of who we are?
Because he said the mother, right? He said the father. Why? What's y'all ethnic background? Because we could be having all these same conversations at the same time. Where y'all people from? Mexico. Azteca. What? Or Espanol? Azteca. All praises. Right? So this is a conversation that we're having simultaneously with two people who are more than likely indigenous Mexican descent. Right? It says, prepare yourself for the search of the house of your fathers. Right? Inquire of the former age and prepare yourself for a search in regards to your father's house. Right? Why is this? You got Numbers 1 and 18? Read the Bible. Y'all believe in the Bible too? Beautiful, right? Go ahead.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18.
I'm finna show you why seeking out your father is important, all right? Cool.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigree.
Y'all know what a pedigree is? You know what a pedigree is? You know what a pedigree is? Like a genealogy. Y'all know what a genealogy is?
No, I just started theology.
Nah. You know what a genealogy is? Where you descend. Nah. Okay.
So like genetics, like where you come from?
Yeah. So your lineage. You know what lineage is, right? Y'all know what lineage is? Who you descend from. It says, right, so they prepared themselves for their lineage, right, to figure out who they come from. Go ahead.
God. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigree.
So they declared their pedigree, they declared their lineages, right? Go ahead.
After their families, by the house of their fathers.
By the house of their fathers. So that's why you have to inquire of the former ages of who your father comes from, because you know who you are as far as your lineage goes through your father, right? Because when we think about it in a very basic, scientific, right, biological aspect of life, right? Let's think about agriculture, right? If I take a Tijuanan apple, right? A seed from Tijuana is a land race from a landline race from Tijuana, right? This apple, right? That's from Tijuana. We cut it open, take the seed, we take it to New England, Maine, right? Very up in Maine, New England, right? And we put it in the soil in New England, right? We cover the seed, we let it sprout into a tree. What kind of apples are those? Are those New England apples?
No.
What kind of apples are those? Tijuanan apples, right? Y'all see that? And who has the seed? Your father, right? The father carries the seed, right? So you know who you are, just like agriculture, you know what your seed is based off the father, right? So that's why it's important to understand who your father comes from, because depending on who your father is, that determines who you are, right? Your mother might be the soil, right? But you come from directly out of your father's body. You see what I'm saying? Right? You are whatever the seed is, not the soil it was planted into, right? Your mother might have something to do with your genetics, your genetic makeup, right? But as far as determining who you are as a tribe of a person, you determine it by your father. You see that? Right? So Mexicans, y'all see this sign right here? Y'all see that at the bottom down there? What does it say? Issachar, right? Issachar. What does it say under Issachar right there? What does it say under Issachar right there, brother? Mexicans. Right? Y'all got a flyer? Y'all get a flyer?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Just know y'all Israelites, y'all gotta keep the laws of God, okay? Y'all gotta keep the commandments of God.
I try my best.
You try your best?
All the time.
Okay, that's good to hear. Right? Right? So it says Issachar, those are Mexicans, right? You see this brother right here? That's an Issacharite. That's a indigenous Mexican as well, right? What does that mean that you're from the tribe of Issachar? You say you believe in the Bible? Yeah, right? So in the Bible, right, you have a man named Jacob. You know who Jacob is? Who is Jacob? You say a man in the Bible? Right. You know who Abraham is?
Yeah, Abraham's son.
Huh?
Abraham, he was Abraham's son.
No, he wasn't his son, he was a grandson. Oh. Right, so you had Abraham. Abraham had Isaac. You know about Isaac?
Yeah.
Isaac had Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons. One of those 12 sons was Issachar. Oh. Right? So being from Issachar, right, means you descend directly from Jacob on your father's side. You understand that, brother? You know why that's important? Do you know why that's important? Why descending from Jacob? Why do you think descending from Jacob is important? Why do you think descending from one of the 12 tribes or one of the 12 sons of Jacob is important? Why is it important?
I'm not too sure.
Not too sure? Give me 1 Chronicles chapter 16, verse 13. Right? And give me Deuteronomy 76. What you got? Romans 9? Yeah, hold Romans 9. Matter of fact. Let me show you why descending from Jacob is important. You got that, 1 Chronicles 16? Yeah, read verse 13.
This is the book of 1 Chronicles, chapter 16, verse 13.
Go ahead.
O ye seed of Israel.
It says, O ye seed. We're talking about the seed again, right? The sons of Israel, right? The children of Israel. Right, go ahead.
His servant.
His servant, right? Israel was the servant of God. Right, go ahead.
Ye children of Jacob.
Ye children of Jacob. We're finna see what is so relevant about being a child of Jacob. Right, go ahead.
His chosen one.
His who?
His chosen ones.
The seed of Jacob are what? His chosen ones. Right? So give me SICARRI. You got second edges in your Bible? Okay, come on, get second edges. Let me show you why being chosen is so important. It says this is what the Bible just said. The children of Jacob, his chosen ones. Right? Yeah, 654. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art the holy people unto the Lord thy God.
So now this is Moses. Y'all know about Moses. Right? Let my people go, brought them out of Egypt, right? Led them to the promised land, right? Right? It says, now Moses is talking to Israel, to the sons of Jacob, the children of Jacob, right? He said, thou art an holy people. Do we know what holy means? What does holy mean? Set apart. Different. You're different on the earth, right? Go ahead. If you're a son of Jacob, you're different on the earth. Right? Go ahead.
For thou art holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Right. Unto God himself. Right? The creator of heaven and earth have made you holy, set apart to himself. Right? Go ahead.
The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people.
To be a special people, right? Go ahead.
Unto himself. Above.
What?
Above.
Equal.
Above.
What the Bible just say? Above. So if you're of the seed of Jacob, you come from Issachar or any of the other of his 11 brothers, right? It says you are what?
Above.
Above. Is that special?
Yeah.
That's important to know, right? That for some reason, God chose my people and all of my cousins, all of the people that descend from Jacob to be above, go ahead.
All people that are upon the face of the earth.
All people, right? Not just above the dude that stay next door to you, right? Not just above your mayor, right? It says above all people. If you come from Israel, if you descend from the Israelites, right? You are above all people. Go ahead.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number.
And it wasn't because we were just so great in number of people, right? He didn't choose and set his love on the Israelites just because they were the deepest, right? Go ahead.
The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people. For ye were the fewest of all people.
Because we was the youngest nation, right? We were the fewest of all people, right? Go ahead.
But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers.
Right. And who are those fathers? What's up? You got a question?
No, I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, it's okay. Right, it says that God set their love on our people because he would make good of the oath that he made to our fathers. Right, y'all know about the oath that he made to Abraham?
Yeah, that
right?
He would make him father of all nations.
Right, but it said what? Who would go to Romans 9 now? Let me show you what the oath was. Right? We know about Abraham and Sarah, right? Yeah. Sarah was what? Barren. Yeah. She couldn't have kids. Right? So the oath was what? Not that Hagar, y'all know about the story of Hagar, right? Yeah. How he ended up having Ishmael through Hagar. Yeah. Right? And God said, no, that's not who I wanted you to have a kid by. Right? I want you to have a kid by Sarah. Right? So I can show my power. Right? And then from there, we're going to read this, but it says from there, right, Sarah had who? Isaac. Isaac ended up having Rebecca. Rebecca had who? Jacob and Esau. He had 2 kids, Jacob and Esau. And then what? Jacob was chosen. Right? In the story, Jacob was chosen. So it's important to understand that there was the oath. There was the precedence that the Most High set in that family. Right? That Isaac would be chosen from Sarah, and that Jacob would be chosen from Rebecca. Right? Go ahead. Y'all follow me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pray.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ.
So this is Paul speaking. He said, I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ. Right? Go ahead.
For my brethren.
For my brethren. Right? Go ahead.
My kinsmen, according to the flesh.
Paul is talking about his kinsmen, his close kins, according to the flesh. So the same people that descend from the same person that he descended from, right? The Israelites, right?
Who are Israelites?
Israelites. Go ahead.
To whom pertaineth the adoption.
So the word pertain, what does the word pertain mean? It means belong to, right? It belongs to you, right? Belong to, right? Like you have ownership over it. Like that pertains to me. You see what I'm saying? That means that's my business, right? So who pertains to what?
To the adoption.
So the adoption, you know, y'all read about the adoption of sons that comes through Christ in the Bible, right? Y'all familiar with that? Yeah. Yeah, it says that is the business that belongs to the Israelites, though. Not everybody, the Israelites. Y'all see that? Yeah. Go ahead.
Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, and the glory, and the covenants.
The covenants, all of the covenants that was given to Abraham, to Isaac, Jacob, those covenants, the old and the new covenant, right, pertain to the Israelites, right? Go ahead.
And the giving of the law.
We know who was given the law from Moses, the Israelites, right? Go ahead.
And the service of God.
And being able to serve God pertains to the Israelites, right? Go ahead.
And the promises.
All the promises, right? Go ahead.
Whose are the fathers, and of whom as concerning the flesh Christ came.
It said whose are the fathers. The Israelites belong to the fathers, right? The promises belong to the fathers, right? And of whom concerning the flesh, right? We all have flesh, right? That flesh lets you know that you're a mortal man and that you descend from somebody, right? It says, as whom concerning the flesh, Christ came. So everybody has flesh, but concerning the flesh, Christ came for the Israelites.
Right.
That's what the Bible just said, right? That's a big deal, because you have people teaching that Christ came for who? Who did Christ, if before this conversation, who would you say Christ came for? Everyone. Where would you go to prove that in the Bible?
I can't think of any right off the top of my head.
That's a good thing, right? Ultimately, because it doesn't say that in the Bible, right? People may go to, like, y'all heard of John 3:16, right? For God so loved the world, right? What does that mean? That would suppose, people would suppose that means that he came and he loved everybody. Yeah. But we just read that he loved Israel, right? Ain't that what it just said? He loved Israel. It didn't say he loved the whole world. Yeah. It said he loved Israel, right? Yeah. But now he's saying God so loved the world. Go to John 3:16, right? Now I'm gonna show you why it's important to be Israel. This is all of this is very. Are you following along with what's going on? I'm talking to him. You following?
As much as I can.
As much as you can? Yeah. What? Give me a synopsis right quick. It's okay.
I can't give you like a word for word.
It's okay. It's okay. It ain't got to be word for word. Right? It's a paraphrase. You don't got to paraphrase.
From what I'm hearing, God loves Israel, not the world.
Right. Who do Mexicans come from?
Jacob.
Jacob. That's important. Okay, go ahead. Okay, and Jacob was what? He was chosen, right? Jacob was chosen, and see, the children of Jacob were chosen, right? And God chose them, and he loved them, and what did he do to them? He set them what? In comparison to other people on the earth, what did he do? Huh? He made them holy, and what did that look like? He set them what? It was a word he used.
Apart.
Apart, and what else? Apart meant above. You see that? So, so far, we figure out that what? You had Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons. All of their descendants were set apart, chosen, and set above all people on the face of the earth, and God loved them, right? That's so far what we've got. Now somehow we get to John 3:16, and it's talking about God loved the world, right? So let's see what's going on. You got John 3:16? Let's read John 3:16. Have y'all ever read the scriptures before John 3:16? What is it talking about? Do you know? You remember? Nah, we're gonna read it. All right, go ahead. The context just started. Read verse 16 first.
This is the book of John, chapter 3, verse 16. Right. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
And that sounds all-inclusive, right? That sounds extremely universal. if we read it without the context, right? We read it without the context, that sounds extremely universal. Because you hear this word world, you hear whosoever, right? Anybody can come, right? Read verse 14.
This is the book of John.
Who is Christ talking to? Us. Was he? No, read verse 1.
This is the book of John, chapter 3, verse 1. There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus.
So there was a Pharisee named Nicodemus, right? Go ahead.
A ruler of the Jews.
A ruler of the Jews. He was a Jew. He was a person of high stature of the Jews, right? Go ahead.
The same came to Jesus by night.
So this is who he's talking to. So a ruler of the Jews would have an understanding of the context of anything Christ talks about, right? Because he's familiar with the Jew culture, right? And the things that are written in their text in regards to prophecies about our people and things of that nature, right? He's very keen to this information. So Christ can speak plainly and he will understand, right? So you have people that come along later and aren't rulers of the Jews, don't understand the context of the conversation and make this mean everybody, right? But if I'm having a conversation right here, right? They just say, right here, we're having this conversation, right? And everybody is listening though. Just so happen. But we're having a conversation. And I say, man, whosoever wants to slice a pizza can have one. Am I talking to the people outside of this conversation? No, right? So whosoever has context, right? If I'm having a conversation with somebody, right? Read this.
This is the book of John, chapter 3, verse 14.
Right.
And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness.
Okay. So now it says what? This is 2 verses before John 3:16. It says, as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness. Y'all know about that story? The serpent in the wilderness, where he made the staff, the brass serpent, and everybody that looked on it was healed because they were getting beaten. Give me Numbers 21 and 9. Let's just read it, right? Because it says the same way. Y'all can go if y'all want to. I ain't, y'all not obligated to stay. But it's important. I just want y'all to get this very clear understanding, and then y'all can go, right? Numbers 21 and 9.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 21, verse 9. And Moses made a serpent of brass.
So now Christ just said what? As Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness. Right, now we're going to the story. Moses made a serpent of brass. Go ahead.
And put it upon a pole.
Go ahead.
And it came to pass that if a serpent had bitten any man,
right? So the context is any man that was bit by a serpent in the wilderness. Any man though, right? Go ahead.
When he beheld the serpent of brass,
when he looked at the serpent, right, that Moses was holding up, right? Go ahead.
He lived.
He lived, right? Who are these people in the wilderness? The Israelites. Right? So now if you go back to John 3:14, it says the same way that Moses lifted up that serpent in the wilderness, and that serpent was a beacon of salvation for who? The Israelites. Read it again.
And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up.
Even so, meaning in the same way, right? The Son of Man, which is Christ, must be lifted up. Go ahead.
That whosoever.
Now I say whosoever. Right? But we just got the context that it's in the same way that any man that looked at that serpent that was an Israelite would be healed. Right? Keep going.
That whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have eternal life.
But they would live. The same way that the Israelites lived in the wilderness, they would live if they believed on Christ. Right? Give me that in Isaiah 45 and 17. Go ahead.
For God so loved the world.
Now I say God so loved the world. But when you go into the Greek, because we're reading English, so we think about world, right, and we think it talks about everybody, right? But we know even in our context, the word world has a connotation to it, right? You have different worlds on the earth. Would you agree? You have different organizations that can call themselves a world, right? Like for instance, right? You have the marine world, right? Do y'all know what the marine world is? Like the ocean, right? That's a whole world in itself, right? You have a place called SeaWorld, right? It's because it's showing you what the world of the sea is like, right? Then you have, like for instance, this right here is a world in itself, right? We're an orderly arrangement within the earth, right? That word in the Greek is cosmos. It means orderly arrangement or a government of people. It doesn't mean the entire inhabited earth. You with me? It says, if God so loved the world, right? Read this.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation.
And that's what it was just talking about, right? God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever will believe in him will have eternal life and shall not perish, right? Right? So now it says what? Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Right? Go ahead.
Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded.
The Israelites will not be ashamed nor confounded. Right? Go ahead.
World.
What?
World.
It says what?
World.
A world. The Israelites are a people that will never be ashamed nor confounded. And they are a what?
World without end.
Without end. Right? So when we go to John 3:16 and it says, for God so loved the world, he's talking to a ruler of the Jews that understands that what? The Israelites are a world without end. So when he says God so loved the world, he understands, the person he's having a conversation with understands that he's talking about the world of Israel. Y'all see that?
Yep.
And that's why it's important to be Israelite. That's why it's important for you to understand, right, that you come from the tribe of Issachar, right? What's y'all ethnic background? If y'all don't mind me asking, on y'all father's side, huh?
Mexican.
Mexican on your father's side too? What about you?
El Salvador.
El Salvadorian? All praise, you on this side too?
That's right.
Right, you come from the tribe of Zebulon, right? That's important. All three of y'all, right, you gotta do some research. I don't know about the, when you said the Shawa people?
The Shona.
Shona people, right? You might be Israelite, but a majority of the people in South Africa, right, especially the larger tribes, are actually Canaanites.
Got it.
Right? So you gotta do some research because they're not Israelites.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it's important for you to do. You got some biblical knowledge though, right? I ain't saying you completely aced out, but I know of a certainty that their lineage goes back to the Israelites. You understand?
Yeah.
And so as Israelites, y'all have to understand that being chosen, y'all have to keep the laws of God. Right? Y'all knew that? That y'all gotta keep the laws of God? Do y'all keep the laws of God?
Try our best for sure.
What does that look like? Trying the best you could.
No disrespect, but we have to go.
Y'all can do what y'all want.
Have a good one.
Right? Keep the laws, man. Right? For real? Do you talk to them?
Sorry.
Oh, okay.